Hey everybody. It is late. I have no idea what time it is, but I can't sleep because of various things that have happened recently. I can't sleep, so I'm just gonna be rambling for a little while. A friend of mine, or actually more like a blogger that I follow. Her name is Sasha. Her blog is Crazy Crypt Girl on Tumblr. Posted something that I reblogged. Um, and basically she was talking about how insulted she was um, by people at her work, customers that she was waiting on, saying how great it was that she had a job because I don't know why they were saying that she heard that, and she said that she was insulted because she felt like people were saying, oh, it's great that you're trying to be like an able-bodied person, or it's great that you're trying to be normal. Now, and this, I've been thinking about doing a video about this for a long, long time, about insults that able-bodied people say that to them sound like compliments, but can really be taken the wrong way, or even, and this is not the fault of able-bodied people. This is really, I'm just doing this video to more so make people aware of how some things can sound, when they're said to a disabled person. Things like, well, why are you in a chair? Now, first off, this is specifically for people in wheelchairs, but it can also apply to, people who are blind and have other physical disabilities. Now, I personally don't have any problem answering that question. I answered that question several videos ago. I look at it as a thing of personal curiosity, but it's also really annoying. Like, if I get that, I don't mind if I get that question once or twice a day, but if I get it, like, 10 times a day, or if, like, 5 or 6 people are asking me, in, like, within a span of a few hours, it gets really, really annoying. And the reason why some people might find this offensive is because you don't just go, first of all, you're asking for someone's personal medical information. And usually the people that ask this random question are strangers. So you're a stranger and you're asking for someone's personal medical information. And, like, also, do I just go up to you and ask why you're Latina, or why you're black, or Hawaiian, or, no, you just are. And, like I said, I personally don't have a problem answering that question, but sometimes for me it can be annoying. And able-bodied people need to be aware that, first of all, they should ask before asking. They should ask, are you okay with me asking about your disability? Because, after all, it is personal medical information. It's not like we carry around, binders full of our medical records and just go, here, here's everything that's physically wrong with me. And people expect us to explain such things, and to a certain extent we have to. We have to doctors, we have to to teachers and professors. If we need accommodations, we might have to explain disabilities to bosses if we need accommodations at work. So to some extent it's unavoidable. But as far as, like, if you're meeting somebody on a bus or something, or on the train, who has a disability, ask before asking. Like, ask, are you okay with this? It's just common courtesy, you know? One of the other things that personally bothers me a lot is I will get a lot of people being shocked that I can, like, live in my own apartment, or that I can do, lead a regular adult life, that I don't need, like, nursing care or anything like that. Now, some disabled people do, and that's okay. But not all of us do, and I feel like able-bodied people assume certain things about all of us that are not true. Like, assume that all disabled people are in wheelchairs, or assume that every disabled person needs a nurse or a home health care provider, or something like that. All of us don't need those things. I do have a home health aide that comes in to see me once a week, but I don't need, I live on my own. I pay my own bills. I handle all my own affairs generally, except for I do need help with house cleaning, but that's, you know. Something else that maybe found, I don't know, really offensive, but I don't know if offensive is the right word, but may just rub people the wrong way, is if you assume that somebody needs help with everything. Like, if you try to, like, if you see someone with a disability, say someone in a wheelchair drops something, and you automatically go to pick it up. Or, like, just assume, or talking, a better example would be talking down to someone. Like, I've had people, like, kneel down like this and get in my face and be like, now, Fallon, you really can't, like teachers when I was in school would be like, is there anything that you need help with, sweetie? And I felt like they were treating me like, they were trying to be nice, but I felt like they weren't giving me the same respect they gave to every other student. I felt like they were kind of talking to me as though they had to treat me differently. And you don't really have to treat a disabled person differently. You treat them like a person. If they need accommodations, like if it's a work situation or something, then yeah, they need accommodations, but they are not defined by their disability. I am not my cerebral palsy. People are not their paralysis or their brittle bone disease or their autism or their whatever condition they have. That's a condition that they have. That condition does not have them. Or, like, another thing that people, might be surprised at is that, well, I've had a lot of people be shocked that I'm in college, or that I want to be a therapist, or that that I want to have a career. Because I guess, and this is an assumption on my part, but this is just based on my own experiences of people being shocked by this information. I guess people assume that disabled people are going to, just not work, or that we're not able to. And some of us aren't. But don't assume that everybody can't, or doesn't want to, or wouldn't like to, because that's just stupid. It would be like assuming, I don't know. It would be like assuming every African American person likes sweet tea. It would be stereotypical. Like, it's just things like that. And like, it really bugs me when people are saying, like, I've had people say to me that, oh, it's so good that you're out and that you're able to do things, and that you're like, don't patronize me. I'm going to the grocery store, I'm going to the library, I'm going to wherever it is I'm going, and nobody stops you and says it's good that you're interacting with the world. Just because I'm in a chair doesn't mean I can't do things. It means I'm in a chair. That's all it means. That's the end of that. And while I'm on this rant about disabled people and things that might be offensive to us, don't automatically assume that. Just don't assume. It's just dumb to assume stuff, and I've had all kinds of assumptions thrown at me. I've had people assume that I still live with my parents, that I need nursing care, that I just that I can't do stuff that I like to do, or that, like, I've even had some of my neighbors be surprised that I can go out. I like to go out with friends and do things. And now they're not so taken aback because I've lived in the building I'm in for nearly 2 years. So now they're like, fine. She's going, wherever she's going. She never really sits still. So now they're used to that. But when I first moved in, they were like, really? You can go to the pharmacy all by yourself? Like, they were like really shocked that I could, that my wheelchair could handle that. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. I can go to the library. Like, aren't you scared? I'm fine. And it just, I guess they weren't used to, there's other people in wheelchairs who live in my building, but most of them, save for my friend who lives across the hall from me, are older people who do need more help than I do. So I guess it was kind of normal for them to ask that of me, because I guess they'd never seen, or weren't used to seeing anyway, somebody in a wheelchair who could do things like that by themselves. But anyway, so while I'm talking about this, I want to show you guys a medical alert system. This is a bracelet that I wear I just got this shipped on July 2nd. I got it on the 10th. This is medical alert bracelet. I push this button and they'll come over the intercom and they'll ask me if I need help. And there's a list of people that I have set up for my emergency contacts. And they have, I have to send the paperwork off, but on the paperwork there's a list of all my medical conditions and everything. So there's this, and then I'll show you this intercom that I have. This is their mobile system. There's a case for this, and the case fits in my purse. It goes in here, and there's a charger for this. I just took it off the charger. And this goes with me. This is their mobile system. It's a little more expensive than their home system, but the bracelet protects me while I'm at home. This protects me if I go anywhere. Now, if I'm traveling long distances, if I'm traveling long distances, I have to call them so that they can set it up so that they know where I am. But this can go with me, and it's $40 a month for this service. Medicaid and Medicare in my state do not cover it, but it's $40 a month, and so I wanted some of you guys to see that, just in case you would like to get a hold of something like that. The company, again, the service is called Medical Alert, and I'll put the website down in the thingamajig. But the company's called Connect America, and their home system's $30 a month. Their mobile system's $40 a month, and then they have some other services that kind of go along with this that you can add. But I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm just telling you about it because I know that I have lots of disabled friends who may or may not run across this channel, so therefore. So, if you yourself need this system, or you know anybody who would need something like this, let them know about this. Especially if they're a young disabled person that's able to, you know, go places by themselves. Or go places unattended. Especially if they have balance issues. I'm actually going to recommend this to my dad. But anyway, that's that. Thanks, Sasha, for getting me thinking about these things. Bye, guys.